The calendar said February, but the universe hit play early. They activated the snow moon portal ahead of schedule, and the world you thought you knew is already dissolving. This isn't just an astrological event. It's a cosmic reset button being slammed down, rewriting the rules of reality as we speak. This matters because the very fabric of what you perceive as real, your job, your relationships, your beliefs, is about to undergo a radical transformation, whether you're ready or not. For centuries, the snow moon has been a time of quiet reflection, a period to hibernate and nurture inner growth during the cold winter months. We expect gentle introspection, a shedding of old layers in preparation for spring. But this year, the energy is volcanic. The early activation has ripped open a portal, accelerating the collapse of the matrix, that intricate web of societal conditioning, limiting beliefs, and manipulated perceptions that have kept humanity asleep for far too long. Think of the matrix as the operating system of your mind, the invisible program dictating your thoughts, emotions, and actions. Others may define it as the simulation we are living in, or the collective agreement on what is real and what is not. Now that operating system is crashing, but how do you know it's happening? The signs are everywhere, subtle yet undeniable. Reality is glitching. Synchronicities are skyrocketing, seeing repeating numbers like 333 or 444 multiple times a day, encountering meaningful symbols in unexpected places, or having conversations that eerily echo your inner thoughts. Technology is malfunctioning at critical moments. Computers crash for no reason. Phones drop calls during important conversations. Emotions are running high, and it's not just you. Unexpected outbursts of anger, sadness, or fear erupt from those around you. And perhaps most profoundly, you're experiencing sudden shifts in perspective, questioning beliefs you've held for a lifetime, feeling a deep disconnect from the narratives you once accepted. These aren't random occurrences, they're cracks in the code, glimpses behind the curtain. Traditionally, the snow moon whispers, encouraging us to release what no longer serves us through quiet contemplation. Past snow moon periods have been marked by gentle releases, a natural letting go of old habits and patterns. This time, however, the portal is screaming, demanding immediate and radical change. The difference is stark. Where we once had a nudge, we now feel a shove. This early activation is not just about shedding the old. It's about dismantling the entire structure upon which it was built. The collapse of the matrix may sound terrifying, but it's fundamentally an opportunity. It's a chance to break free from the illusions that have held you captive and step into a more authentic, empowered existence. The alternative is to remain trapped in a system that is crumbling around you, clinging to outdated beliefs and patterns that no longer serve. This isn't just about personal growth, it's about collective liberation. The choices you make, the perspectives you adopt, ripple outwards, impacting the entire world. One person's awakening can shift the consciousness of millions. The stakes are incredibly high. This impacts your relationships as you begin to see through the masks people wear and crave deeper, more genuine connections. It impacts your career as you question whether your work aligns with your true purpose and values. It impacts your health as you recognize the connection between your emotional state and physical well-being. And on a collective level, this collapse is shaking the foundations of our societal structures, challenging our political systems, and forcing us to confront the environmental crisis we've created. Understanding the influence of this snow moon portal is paramount. Ignorance is no longer bliss, it's a trap. Those who remain unaware will be swept away by the tide, while those who understand the forces at play can navigate these turbulent waters with grace and intention. To navigate this, you need authenticity, a commitment to living in alignment with your true self. You need discernment, the ability to question everything and trust your intuition. You need resilience, the strength to adapt and persevere in the face of challenges. And you need connection, a sense of community and support, recognizing that we're all in this together. Blindly trusting external sources and validations will only deepen your entanglement in the matrix. It's time to turn inwards, to listen to your own inner guidance. So, let's lay the groundwork. The snow moon, the full moon in February, derives its name from the heavy snows that typically fall during this time. Full moons, in general, amplify existing energies, bringing hidden emotions and unresolved issues to the surface. In this context, the portal is not a physical gateway, but a metaphorical threshold, an energetic opening to higher states of consciousness and expanded awareness. It acts as a bridge, connecting you to dimensions beyond the limitations of your ordinary perception. In the coming minutes, we're going to delve deep into the nature of the matrix, exploring its various layers and manifestations. We'll examine the specific impacts of this prematurely activated snow moon portal, uncovering the hidden opportunities it presents. We'll dissect the telltale signs of the collapse, providing you with a framework for recognizing these glitches in your own life. And most importantly, we'll equip you with practical strategies for navigating these changes, empowering you to create a more authentic and fulfilling existence. Be on the lookout for repeating number sequences, chance animal encounters that hold specific meaning for you, and recurring dreams that may be trying to tell you something. For example, seeing the same crow every day this week may be a sign to pay attention to messages from the spiritual realm. Or perhaps you're dreaming of water, which could indicate deep emotions that need to be addressed. These are not coincidences, they're breadcrumbs on your path to awakening. Have you felt a growing sense of unease or anticipation lately, a nagging feeling that something big is about to happen? Are you questioning the reality you once accepted, feeling a pull to explore alternative perspectives? And perhaps the most unsettling question of all, are you ready to handle who or what might be watching you from the other side of this portal? What triggered this early activation? Was it a surge in collective consciousness, a cosmic alignment, or perhaps something more deliberate? As we move forward, I encourage you to keep a dream journal, to make note of any repetitive thoughts or feelings that surface, as we'll be exploring these in detail later. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand what's happening, but you'll also possess the tools to tap into the snow moon's potent energy and create a life that aligns with your soul's true purpose, rather than the one dictated by the collapsing matrix. This early activation is not just a subtle shift, it's like hitting fast forward on the cosmic remote control. Instead of the gentle, gradual unfolding we associate with snow moons, we're experiencing a compressed timeline, a rapid-fire sequence of events that would normally be spread out over months, even years. Think of it like this. Imagine a field of wildflowers slowly blooming throughout the spring. That's a typical snow moon energy. Now, imagine that same field bursting into full bloom overnight. That's the accelerated energy we're dealing with now. What we expected was a period of quiet contemplation. What we're getting is a full-blown revolution of consciousness. This is a potential revelation area, highlighting the true nature of time and how it can be manipulated by cosmic forces. It's throwing everything into overdrive and creating a domino effect, where one change triggers another, and another, cascading through every facet of existence. The acceleration is most noticeable in areas already ripe for transformation. Technology struggling to keep up with the pace of innovation, relationships strained by the pressure to evolve, and personal health challenged by the intensity of the energetic shifts. And those glitches we talked about earlier, they're multiplying, becoming more pronounced. They're not just isolated incidents, they're interconnected threads in a larger tapestry of change. Let's categorize them to get a clearer picture. First, there are the technological anomalies. We're not just talking about your Wi-Fi acting up. We're talking about sophisticated software malfunctioning, communication networks experiencing inexplicable breakdowns, and AI systems spitting out nonsensical or even disturbing results. Did you notice the recent widespread outage of several major websites, all seemingly unrelated, all happening at the same time? Or perhaps you've experienced scrambled signals on your TV or unsettling errors popping up in your AI art generators. The glitches show that reality is breaking down in specific areas to allow for something new. This creates a pattern opportunity by encouraging viewers to notice recurring glitches in their own technology. technology. Then, there are the relational disruptions. Long-term friendships ending abruptly over seemingly trivial disagreements. Major conflicts surfacing within families that have been simmering beneath the surface for years. Romantic partnerships dissolving as individuals realize they're on fundamentally different paths. Maybe you've witnessed a sudden shift in social dynamics at work, a power struggle erupting out of nowhere, or a close bond dissolving with no explanation. These relational earthquakes are shaking the foundations of our connections, forcing us to reevaluate who we choose to surround ourselves with. Finally, there are the personal epiphanies. The sudden insights that shatter your long-held beliefs, the unexpected changes in life direction that defy all logic, the overwhelming urge to quit your job and pursue your passion, or to end a relationship that no longer aligns with your values. Perhaps you have unexpectedly realized you want to move states or countries. These personal awakenings can lead to a hidden personal potential. It's like the universe is handing out wake-up calls. These glitches are not random. They're symptoms of a deeper systemic shift, evidence that the matrix is destabilizing, losing its grip on our reality. But what exactly is this matrix that's collapsing? It's not just one thing. It's a multi-layered construct, a series of interconnected illusions that shape our perception of reality. At the deepest level is societal conditioning, the cultural norms, the educational systems, the media narratives that dictate what we believe to be true, possible, and acceptable. These things can be influenced by collective consciousness. Think about the rules we're taught from a young age. Go to school, get a good job, buy a house, get married, have kids, retire. These aren't universal truths. They're societal constructs designed to keep us in line, to maintain the status quo. How many people are trapped in jobs they hate, relationships that suffocate them, simply because they believe it's what they're supposed to do? Then there's emotional programming, the past traumas, the limiting beliefs, the unresolved emotions that create filters through which we experience the world. Fear, guilt, shame, these are powerful emotions that can distort our perception, blinding us to our true potential. If you're constantly operating from a place of fear, you're more likely to see threats and dangers everywhere, reinforcing the illusion of a hostile and unforgiving world. Similarly, unresolved guilt can lead you to self-sabotaging behaviors, perpetuating a cycle of suffering. And finally, there's technological manipulation. The algorithms, the artificial intelligence, the digital platforms that are increasingly influencing our thoughts, behaviors, and choices. Consider how social media algorithms reinforce our existing biases, creating echo chambers where we're only exposed to information that confirms what we already believe. Or how targeted advertising subtly manipulates our desires, convincing us that we need things we don't actually need. These layers aren't separate, they work in concert, each one reinforcing the others, creating a seemingly cohesive, yet ultimately limiting, reality. Societal conditioning shapes our emotional programming, which in turn makes us more susceptible to technological manipulation. It's a self-perpetuating cycle, a prison for the mind. And within this matrix, there are agents, entities, or forces that actively maintain the illusion, suppressing awakening and reinforcing control. These agents can take many forms. They can be governments, corporations, shadow figures operating behind the scenes. But they can also be internalized limiting beliefs, the voices in your head that tell you you're not good enough, smart enough, or worthy enough to pursue your dreams. These agents actively maintain the illusion. This is a potential revelation area as people question the information they have been using. How do you identify these layers and agents in your own life? Start by questioning everything. Don't blindly accept what you're told, whether it's from the media, your teachers, or even your own family. Trust your intuition, your gut feeling when something doesn't feel right. Seek diverse perspectives, expose yourself to different viewpoints, and challenge your own assumptions. And most importantly, verify information. Don't just take someone's word for it. Do your own research, look for credible sources, and draw your own conclusions. Here's where the snow moon portal comes in. Its early activation is disrupting the matrix's control mechanisms, making it easier to see through the illusion. It's like shining a spotlight on the cracks in the code, exposing the inconsistencies and contradictions that were previously hidden in the shadows. The snow moon is making the matrix disruptions more noticeable by amplifying the energetic contrast between the old, collapsing structures and the emerging new reality. The stark winter landscape mirrors the stripping away of illusions, leaving us with a raw, unfiltered view of what truly matters. The heightened energies of the portal are amplifying intuition, psychic abilities, and other latent potentials, unlocking doors to dimensions beyond our ordinary perception. The snow moon amplifies these senses, but only if you tap into it. This creates a pattern opportunity. To tap into your intuition, try this. Dedicate 10-15 minutes each day to quiet meditation, focusing on your breath and clearing your mind of distractions. Keep a journal by your bed and record your dreams each morning, looking for recurring symbols and themes. Ask yourself questions and listen for the answers that arise from within, paying attention to your gut feelings and intuitive hunches. Explore the world of dream analysis, using online resources or books to decipher the hidden meanings behind your nocturnal visions. This is all about the power of collective consciousness, and the collective awakening is leading to a growing desire for authenticity, freedom, and connection. You can see it in the rise of conscious consumerism, the growing popularity of alternative lifestyles, and the increasing demand for transparency and accountability from our leaders. Think about the movements that are challenging established norms and promoting alternative solutions. These are a collective conscious effort. This shift empowers viewers, such as inspiring stories of transformation and empowerment, those who have successfully navigated the matrix collapse and unlocked their potential. These people chose authenticity, discernment, resilience, and connection. What is stopping you from doing the same? That's the question you need to ask yourself, and as we move forward, we'll give you the skills to be able to answer it and create the best version of yourself. The early snow moon portal activation, it's sped up everything, hasn't it? You're seeing the matrix glitches more clearly now, those tech malfunctions that seem to happen at the worst possible time, the sudden friction in relationships that felt rock solid, the unsettling feeling that something just isn't right. Remember when your phone started showing you ads for things you were just thinking about, not even searching for? Or when that email you were expecting never arrived, only to reappear days later with a timestamp from the original send date? These aren't just coincidences, they're cracks in the code, and the snow moon's energy is amplifying them, making them impossible to ignore. The matrix, as we've discussed, isn't a single entity, but a multi-layered system of control. It's the societal conditioning that tells you what to believe, the emotional programming that keeps you trapped in fear, and the technological manipulation that subtly steers your choices. It's all designed to keep you in a box, to limit your potential, to prevent you from seeing the truth. But here's the key: these disruptions, these glitches, they're not random. They are opportunities. This isn't chaos, it's a catalyst. The matrix is breaking down, yes, but that means new structures can emerge. The old systems are crumbling, making space for something more authentic, more aligned with your true self. Think of it like a forest fire. It's destructive, yes, but it also clears the way for new growth, for a more diverse and resilient ecosystem to flourish. That latent potential we touched on earlier, the snow moon is amplifying it. Your intuition is sharper, your psychic abilities are heightened, and you're more receptive to inner guidance than ever before. Remember that meditation practice we discussed? Now is the time to double down. Dedicate even more time to quieting your mind, listening to your inner voice, and trusting your gut. It's your compass in these uncertain times. The key is to focus on the bigger picture. The individual experience of the matrix collapse is deeply connected to broader social and global changes. We're seeing a potential paradigm shift in how we organize our societies, how we relate to each other, and how we interact with the planet. Look at the rise of local economies, where communities are taking control of their own resources and creating systems that prioritize people over profit. Consider the growing popularity of conscious communities, where individuals are coming together to live in harmony with nature and each other. These are examples of alternative systems gaining momentum, signs that humanity is waking up and demanding a better way. Your individual awakening contributes to this collective evolution. Every time you question the status quo, every time you choose authenticity over conformity, every time you act from a place of love and compassion, you create a ripple effect that can transform the world. Remember those guiding principles we discussed: authenticity, resilience, and discernment. They are your essential tools for navigating this changing world. Authenticity means embracing your true self, living in alignment with your values, and expressing your unique gifts. Resilience means cultivating emotional intelligence, practicing self-care, and bouncing back from setbacks. Discernment means questioning everything, challenging assumptions, and trusting your intuition. Use these principles to help create a more fulfilling life. The coming future isn't fixed. It's a tapestry woven from our collective choices. We have the power to create a world based on love, compassion, and sustainability, but it requires us to step into our power, to embrace our potential, and to act with intention. So let's revisit those initial questions, that unsettling feeling, that sense of questioning reality, that feeling of being watched. Are you ready to handle who or what might be watching you? These aren't signs of madness, they're signs of awakening. They're signals that you're breaking free from the matrix's control and stepping into your true power. To navigate this collapse, remember the core strategies: discernment, question everything; resilience, practice self-care; and connection, build supportive relationships. Discernment means questioning every piece of information you receive, from the news you read to the opinions you hear. Resilience means prioritizing your mental and emotional well-being, engaging in activities that nourish your soul, and seeking support when you need it. Connection means surrounding yourself with people who uplift and inspire you, building a strong network of support, and collaborating with others to create positive change. Now, to fully embrace the new reality, focus on these key actions: shadow work, integrate your shadow aspects; forgiveness, release resentment; and intention setting, align with your purpose. Shadow work involves exploring the hidden parts of yourself, accepting your flaws, and integrating your darkness into the light. Forgiveness involves letting go of past hurts, releasing resentment, and forgiving yourself and others. Intention setting involves clarifying your values, setting meaningful goals, and aligning your actions with your purpose. It can be as simple as starting a daily gratitude practice. This process may be challenging. You might feel overwhelmed, confused, or even scared, but the rewards are worth it. Greater authenticity, freedom, and connection await you on the other side. Imagine a reality where you're no longer bound by limiting beliefs, where you're free to express your true self, and where you're deeply connected to others and to the planet. That's the new reality that's emerging, and you have the power to create it. But this is just the beginning. The snow moon portal may have opened early, but its effects will continue to ripple through our reality for months to come. Keep an eye on those upcoming astrological alignments. And those solar flares, they could bring unexpected surges of energy, triggering further awakenings and disruptions. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and stay open to new possibilities. The journey doesn't end here. Continue to explore the realms of consciousness, spirituality, and social change. Seek out books, websites, and teachers that resonate with you. Delve deeper into the mysteries of the universe, and never stop questioning, never stop learning, and never stop growing. What synchronicities have you been noticing lately? What challenges have you been facing? What insights have you gained? Share your experiences in the comments below. Let's create a community of support, where we can learn from each other, inspire each other, and empower each other to navigate this extraordinary time. And finally, if you found this video insightful, please subscribe to our channel for more mind-expanding content. We're here to guide you on your journey of personal transformation, to help you see through the illusions of the matrix, and to empower you to create a better world. Remember, The snow moon has awakened something powerful within you. Embrace it, nurture it, and let it guide you forward. Stay awake, stay authentic, and remember that you are the change you wish to see in the world. And perhaps, brace yourselves, because the intensity is only set to ramp up from here. Until next